Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I am going to be making my apple pies or pre-making them for the Thanksgiving holiday. So if that is something you are interested in watching, then stay tuned. Alright guys, so the goal here is to work smarter and not harder. So this year, what I'm going to be doing is pre-making my mixture for my pies and freezing them and then letting them thaw the day before or the day of Thanksgiving, and then just go ahead and baking them off. So today I'm making an apple pie. Like, I don't really have a apple pie recipe. I just kind of, you know, think I know what goes in an apple pie according to the way that it tastes. Or I may look up a recipe on Pinterest and just like finesse that. So today I'm going to be using Granny Smith apples. I have five of these. I'm only going to be making one apple pie, and I'm going to be making 2 sweet potato pies. So if you haven't saw that sweet potato pie video, go back and check that out. I did the same thing where I froze it so that it can be ready for Thanksgiving Day, because the goal is to have good food but not have to work so hard. So each year I come up with a way to make things just a little bit easier on me every year, and so I decided to come up with this one. So let's go ahead and jump into the apples first. So I said I had 5 Granny Smith apples. I like Granny Smith apples in my apple pie because they are tart, and when you mix that tartness with that sweetness from all the things that you're going to put in your pie, it just gives it a very nice balance. So I'm going to show you how to peel this apple, or how I peel this apple, in just a moment. But in my cup, I have a half a cup of white granulated sugar, a half a cup of brown sugar. I have some flour in here. Like I said, I don't really do measurements when it comes to baking. I have some allspice in here, some ginger, some nutmeg, and some cloves, and some cinnamon. And I know I should measure, but I mean, if you've been baking for a while, then, oh, and a pinch of salt. If you've been baking for a while, then sometimes you don't need to go through that whole measurement process, unless you're following somebody else's recipe. This is just mine, or what I'm doing for the holidays. So I also have, this is some of the apples that I already have peeled, and I have some lemon juice in here so that the apples don't get brown. So then what I do is I take my potato peeler or my apple peeler, and I just start peeling my apple. Open up my trash. So I just start peeling my apple and just peeling the skin off the apple. And some pieces I like to leave like a little bit of skin on. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, but and I'm so glad I thought of this, because I normally buy my vegetables and stuff like the day before. No, not the day before, 2 days before before Thanksgiving, or maybe even that Monday. And it doesn't look like these apples were going to make it till Thursday. So I'm glad I decided to do it this way. Alright, so once all my apples are peeled, I then slice off the top, and I slice off the bottom. And what this does for me is it gives my apple a flat surface to sit on, because then I'm going to take my apple slicer, and I got this from Walmart a couple of years ago. I've had this thing for a while, but I take it and then I place it onto the apple like so. And then you just push down on it. You gotta give it a little push. Then I just pick out the apple slices, and then push out the core. And pop it in the trash. Then I take my apples and I slice them again. So It depends on how big the piece is I'm slicing. I may slice it into halves, or I might slice it into thirds. Because I really want this apple pie to, I want you to get a slice of apple in every single bite. Sometimes you get an apple pie and it's like you're eating it, and then you might get some bites of apple, and then you might just get some bites of all the filling. But I want you to have a apple in your mouth in every single bite. So this is why I am doing it like this. You don't have to slice it like this. You can do chunks or squares, or cut them up however you want. But this is how I'm choosing to do it this year. And then you just want to make sure if there's any little bit of core left, that you go ahead and get that out. And then just finish slicing up your apple. And if there's any extra skin that you want to get off, then that's when you go ahead and peel that off. Alright, so I got my apples in here, and like I said, I have my lemon juice, so I'm just going to stir it up a little bit more. Hit it with a little bit more lemon juice. And then I'm going to go ahead and slice this last one off camera. And when I come back, we will go ahead and I will show you what else I do. Alright guys, so I got my apples sitting over here. They are ready to go. And I have some butter in this pan right here. Then I'm going to add all of this right here into this pot. But let's make sure that this is completely melted. Alright, so my butter's all melted, and I'm just going to go in with my sugar, my flour, everything. And we're going to mix this up real nice.
Strawberry on my lips and sugar fingertips. I can feel the beat running through the speakers. Blue skies, blue waves, every day's a good day. Lazy Sunday afternoon, I'ma take Monday off too. Ooh, got me so in love with the summer days. the summer haze. 'Cause we got the sunshine by the poolside. Such a fun time living for the hot life. Bring the right vibes and the tan lines. Keep a free mind, yeah. 'Cause we got the sunshine by the poolside. Such a fun time living for the hot life. Bring the right vibes and the tan lines. Keep a free mind, yeah. Rose color on my cheeks, yeah. I feel so on fleek. Forget who we are. Let's.
Alright guys, so this is what your apple pie should start to look like. I'm just going to let this sauce thicken up just a little bit more and let my apples get al dente, because they are going to bake off in the oven when you go to make them, so you don't need to have them completely cooked if you don't want to. So I don't know if I'm going to let mine completely cook, but I am going to let this cool completely, and I have my heat on medium. I am going to let this cool completely before I bag it up. But this is what it should start to look like, and I tasted this, y'all, and this is probably the best apple pie that I've made so far. This thing is good. So I'll come back once I got it. Matter of fact, no, I won't. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end this video, because the solution is done. I mean, this is done for the most part. It just needs to go into a pie crust and into the oven. So if you enjoyed today's video, I hope you give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so that you can make sure that we see each other again. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. All right, bye-bye.